Congratulations, Mom. She looks great. She's so much better.
Thank you. Precious. Hello, sweet girl.
Okay, the house that I was telling you about is 408 West Walnut. It's open beam ceiling, you know, gas fireplace. It's just so perfect. You'll never believe it. Wait till you see the master bedroom. It's huge. It's just awesome.
Grandpa, Grandma wants you. Grandma wants you.
It's the promised land.
Didn't you hear the phone?
The Louisville Deaf Oral School started by having a visit from Mrs. Spencer Tracy, who came to Louisville and spoke to the Women's Club of Louisville and talked about the need of having hearing impaired children having training when they were young. And from that, a volunteer effort started of the women, as I understand, in the Women's Club, started serving some of the children in the Louisville area that were deaf and hard of hearing. And then the Kiwanis Club of Louisville joined the effort as a co-sponsor, and the two organizations have sponsored the school as it has grown through the past 50 years. It started in the basement of the Women's Club building and moved to the Carriage House, and then the enrollment kept growing, and then in 1981, it moved to our current location on Ormsby, and we are now serving approximately 100 deaf and hard of hearing children and their families. And we serve those in a parent-infant program, which is the 0 to 3-year-old program, and that's usually center and home base where we work with the families. And then we serve them when they turn 3 in our preschool program, preschool through kindergarten. We also have a cochlear implant program. Children who have a severe loss and could use an implant, a device is implanted to help them utilize their hearing that they get from the implanted device. And we also are now doing a diagnostic and evaluation center services for children who may need additional testing.
If you can't hear, it's hard to assimilate into the system. So the sooner we can get those kids identified and taken care of, the much faster they're into routine life, better in family situations, social situations, academic situations. So it's absolutely critical to get it identified early and treated.
A lot of these kids would never have an opportunity or the confidence to go to the next level. And that's really what this school does. And without it, you just wonder what would happen. It's amazing that what these kids can end up doing, having seen them come through at age 3. And then when they leave at age 6 or 7, you don't necessarily feel confident like you would for any other kid. You may not, but you at least know that they have gotten the best education and the best preparation that they could possibly get.
They get to live a close to normal life. They get to go to school with their peers. They get to play with them. They get to interact with them, and they get to live a normal life. They're no longer excluded from the things that most children do. They're children that hear today that wouldn't if it weren't for the Louisville Deaf Oral School and what they've done in the past and what they want to do in the future. And I think that's where our future is. Our future is in our children. And if they can hear, it makes the world a lot better for them and for everybody that loves them.
So many people have hearing problems, particularly kids that heretofore, before the school, for instance, would just go unattended, and society can't afford that.
About the fact that Louisville Deaf Oral School was a good option for my girl. The school taught them how to listen, speak, and read names, develop language. I'm a member at Louisville Deaf Oral School. Play with friends. We play session how to communicate with people.
There's several different ways a person can become hearing impaired or have a hearing loss, and one is, of course, to be born with a hearing loss, and there's several reasons for that, and that's a population that we serve currently. That can range from prematurity to some birth trauma. Those children can range from having a severe loss, profound loss, to a mild to moderate loss. And then you have progressive losses of people who may not have a hearing loss in the beginning, but it just is a genetic issue and they eventually will lose their hearing as they get older. But the other population that is now we're looking at and very concerned about are the noise-induced hearing loss that's caused by being exposed to extreme loud noise, either in music or in industrial situations, work situations, and that is really causing people to experience a hearing loss much earlier than one would have before. And then you now have an aging population, and that population is going to, if we all live long enough, that's going to happen to all of us, that there will be what we call presbycusis, and that's old age hearing loss. And we expect that that population is going to expand.
Presently in the community, there's a number of fragmented services that can address that. And our hope or our goal is to somehow centralize that so we can do hearing and care, resolve these issues, treat them at one local centralized place to deal with the issues. And there's been a lot of serious discussions here between the University of Louisville, Jewish Hospital Healthcare Services, Norton Healthcare, and the Louisville Deaf Oral School to try to amalgamate all these things into one unified, centralized program where we can do any type of hearing, balance, or speech disorder in a localized area. It can all be done at one place so it's not so fragmented. So it's a real unique institution that we're talking about, and it's a real opportunity for the community.
And we have the opportunity here in Louisville, Kentucky, in this community, to put that together with a partnership so that everybody maximizes the total resources that we have to bring to meet this problem, and add to the stature, if you will, of the medical community in Louisville.
There are a lot of changes for adults, and we think we can expedite those and help them. Not everyone knows what's available, and we are on the cutting edge because it's our business, and we've done it so long with children that we feel that we could share that with adults.
I can remember a lady telling me years ago the first time that she left home to go to the grocery and yelled upstairs to her deaf son, and he heard her and responded, she started to cry. And I almost think about that every time I yell for William to come down or to go anywhere, that somewhere some kid is going to hear his mom or dad for the first time. And when you haven't had it, it means a lot.
I think that we're a miracle in progress, and we can only get better and be able to offer hearing to those who normally wouldn't have it.
And I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. Thanks to my parents for giving me the best education.
I don't think I would be as successful as I am now because I've accomplished a lot because of the totally plan and because of Louisville School, because, they took the time to sit down with me and make sure that I did only the best